All right, welcome back. It is time to check in again with Tom over at House Key Flat Fee Realty. So, Tom, how's it going? Who you got with you?
Well, I've got Dave Secunda with me, and as you said, I'm at House Key Flat Fee Realty. He's the owner here, and well, first of all, Dave, thanks for having us over today, and you notice we're practicing the social distancing and all of that. Tell folks what House Key Flat Fee Realty is for folks who aren't familiar with it yet.
House Key Flat Fee Realty is a full-service real estate brokerage, just like you would look at a traditional real estate brokerage. Instead of charging people a traditional percentage-based fee to sell their house, let's just say, for example, 6%.
Okay.
Where 3% goes to listing broker and 3% goes to selling broker, we charge people a flat fee on the listing side of $2,995.
Okay.
So if you have a house that's, above $100,000, you're going to start saving some money pretty quickly. At $200,000 house, you're saving about 50% on the listing side, and it goes up from there.
So, okay, so that's a huge difference when it comes to what House Key Flat Fee does versus a traditional broker, is that right? Yeah, well, the only thing that makes us a little bit different is the fee, Tom.
Yeah. Other than that, we're a member of the MLS. We do all the same things that you would expect any traditional brokerage to do, whether they're a local brokerage or a national brokerage. We do the same work. We just decided to do it for a flat fee on the listing side in order to do more business.
Okay, well, I know you pride yourself in being full service. Explain what full service is all about, and how do you maintain that, considering you're doing that flat fee deal? You're not skimping on the service then.
No, not at all. People get to work directly with an agent, just like they would with any other brokerage, and establish that relationship where they get updates. The agent does photography, or they may end up with professional photography. You're in the MLS. We do open houses. Our open houses are fantastic. And one of the reasons why our open houses work so well is because a lot of people are curious about our flat fee. So they come and look at our houses, and then they'll ask us questions about our flat fee program.
Right.
But we even have been known, we do some print advertising. You'd be hard-pressed to find another company that does more than House Key.
Okay, let me ask you something now. You've set that all out there, but people want to know, is this a good time for me to sell my home? What has the market been like, and where do you think it's going?
Well, the market's been a little dicey. March was odd. April was a little odd, but it picked right back up. People want their spring market back. People want to get back to normal. I was looking at the MLS before we did this, and I think 188 listings hit the market in the last 7 days, and it was 198 went under contract in the last week. So we're staying really, really strong. We actually need listings. If you're thinking about selling, give us a call, because we're taking listings, and there's buyers out there right now in the marketplace.
Yeah, and as we've said, a lot of what we're talking about is listing your home, selling your home. Someone wants to buy a home. You're right there for them as well.
We got you. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of our sellers, they'll list their house with us, and then they'll go buy a house through us, because we co-broke with all the member real estate companies. So it doesn't matter what company the home is listed with. We sell each other's listings. So they could pick a listing with any company, and we can help them with that.
Yeah. If people want more information about House Key Flat Fee Realty, or maybe they'd like to be able to sit down and talk with someone just to get all of this idea straight in their head, maybe would like to list with you, how do they get this information? Where do they go?
Well, they can go to our website, housekeyflatfeerealty.com, or they can give us a call at 417-319-SAVE. We're easy to find.
It's pretty simple.
We're everywhere.
All right. Dave's going to thank very much for being with us. So, you see, it's that easy. Dave is saying they need listings. You're looking to sell your house. You're looking to buy a house. House Key Flat Fee Realty is here for you. Back to you guys.
All right, very good, Tom. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, coming up, more Ozarks Live.
Yep, you don't want to miss it. We'll be right back.